and BCom, Degree College, Sampiganagar, Dharwad. Myself, Shweta. I am handling a financial accounting subject for BCom first year students. Last class we have discussed about the problems based on a royalty and then piecemeal distribution of cash as well as preparation of debtors account as well as creditors account. 2016 question paper we are solving. Now in this class we have to discuss about the only 2 marks questions regarding the all question paper. Now we will move on the first semester BCom degree examination November 2005 question paper, that is subject financial accounting. Answer any 10 of the following. 10 into 2 is equal to 20. Each carries 2 marks. ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು 10 ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಡಿಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫರ್ಮ್? Dissolution of partnership means change in the constitutions of the firm due to retirement, death, etc. Partners are remaining partners continuing the firm. Dissolution is nothing but dissolve the firm, liquidate the firm is called as dissolution of partnership firm. Now next step, what do you mean by realization account? Realization account is prepared to find out the profit or loss on realization of assets and discharging the liabilities of the firm. Realization account ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೇವೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ? We have to know the profit or loss. ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸನ್ನು ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿಂದ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿಂದ ನಾವು ಡಿಸಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ನ ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಂದ ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಉಳಿದದ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಲಾಸ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ದಿ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ನಾವು ದಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ದಿ ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ. ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್? Deficiency account is, it should be closed by the transferring the balances, whether it is credit or debit, to deficiency account, specially opened for this purpose. ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿನ ಎದಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಗಾರ್ನರ್ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಮರೆ ರೂಲ್ ಅದ. ಹೌದಾ? ಗಾರ್ನರ್ ವರ್ಸಸ್ ಮರೆ ರೂಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ 2 ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ, ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್? ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಡೆಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ. ನೌ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, piecemeal distribution of cash. Piecemeal distribution of cash means it is the gradual realization of asset one by one or a part by part, one by one or a part by part, as and when the cash is received, and the distribution among the verified creditors and the partners without waiting the realization of all the assets of the firm. It is nothing but the gradual realization of asset one by one or a part by part, and as and when the cash is received. It is distributed among the various creditors, bills payable, and then loans, partners loans, etc. in a some particular order without waiting for the realization of the assets of the firm. Now next we will move on the purchase consideration. Purchase consideration is the price payable by the purchasing company to the firm taking over the assets and liabilities of the firm. It is a price payable by the purchasing company to the firm for taking over the assets and liabilities one by of the firm. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 2 ಮೆಥಡ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಟ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ನೆಟ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಥಡ್. Now next, what do you mean by amalgamation of firm? Amalgamation means the combination of 2 or more partners form partnership firm which are carrying on the same or a similar type of a business. Now next, differences between the statement of affairs and the balance sheet. Statement of affairs is nothing but it is a prepared in case of a single entry system, and balance sheet it is prepared in case of what, double entry system. And then the financial position shown by the statement is not reliable. The financial position shown by the statement is reliable. Now the value of assets and liabilities shows in these statements are taken partly from the actual records and partly from the estimate records. Here valuations are taken only from actual records. The next one, why do you preparing the total creditors account? ಯಾಕೆ ನಾವು ಟೋಟಲ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಟು ನೋ ಐದರ್ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ or closing balance of a creditors or a credit sale or a cash sales received from creditors. Now, what do you mean by memorandum joint venture account? It is just like a trading and profit and loss account, which shows the transaction of the joint ventures effected by all the ventures are combined and results such as a profit or loss to be transferred to a memorandum joint venture. This account is just like a trading and profit and loss account. ಇದು ಸಹಿತ trading ಮತ್ತು profit and loss account ಗತಿನ ಅಕೌಂಟನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ತೇವೆ. It is prepared by each venture on a separate sheet of a paper outside the books of the account. Now, what do you mean by joint venture? Joint venture means a particular form of a business undertaken by two or more persons contributing required amount and to share the profit or loss arising from such business in the agreed ratio. Now, next account, what is royalty? What are the different types of a royalty? Royalty is nothing but it is the amount payable by a person for using the rights belonging to another person. It is a periodical payment made by the lessor to the lessee by using the special rights on the basis of output or a sales. Now, what are the types of royalty or different types of royalties? First, mining royalty, patent royalty, and then copyright royalty. A royalty payable by a lessee to the landlord, royalty payable by the manufacturer to the patentee, royalty payable by the publisher to the author for using the copyright. Last, what is short working? When the actual royalty is less than the minimum rent, actual royalty ಕಿಂತ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ರೆಂಟ್ಗಿಂತ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ರೆಂಟ್ 15,000, ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ 10,000 ಐತಿ. ದ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ 15,000 10,000 ಈಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಹೌ ಮಚ್? 5,000 ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. ಇದು ಮಿನಿಮಮ್ ರೆಂಟ್ 10 ಇತ್ತು, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ 20 ಇತ್ತು ಅಥವಾ 15 ಇತ್ತು ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ದು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ 5,000 rupees ನಮಗೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅವಾಗ ಸರ್ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ನೌ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ 2015 ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇನ್ 10 ಆಫ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋವಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ಪೀಸ್ಮೇಲ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಶ್? ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ನಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿತ್ತು ಹೇಳಿದ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಕ್ವಶನ್. Piecemeal distribution of cash means gradual realization of assets one by one or a part by part as and when the cash is received. It is distributed among the various creditors and then the partners is some particular order without waiting for the realization of all the assets of the firm. Now the second one, state any two objectives of conversion of partnership firm into a limited company. Now both aspects of each and every transactions are recorded in the books of account. Under this system, the personal accounts of debtors and creditors, cash and bank accounts are commonly maintained. Now the next question is, what do you mean by purchase consideration? Last question paper ಒಳಗೆ ಇದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಏನಾಗೈತಿ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ಯದ. Purchase consideration is the price payable by the purchasing company to the firm for taking over the assets and liabilities or any one of them acting for all. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಸಹಿತ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಕ್ವಶನ್. ನಾವು ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಗಿವ್ ಎನಿ ಟು demerits of a SES, that is single entry system. Now first one is, it is a pure single entry system and the simple single entry system. These are the two types of, not a demerits, it is a types of single entry system. Now next one, why are you preparing the total debtors account? This account is prepared to find out either the opening balance or closing balance of a debtors and then or cash received from debtors or credit sales or cash received from debtors. ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು this account is prepared to find out either the opening balance, closing balance, next credit sale and then cash received from debtors na find out ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಡೇಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Now what is memorandum account? Joint venture account. This account is just like a trading and profit and loss account. It is prepared by each ventures on a separate sheet of paper outside the books of account. Now what do you mean by co-venturer? The person who entered into a joint ventures are called as co-venturer. Now what is royalty? What are the differences between the royalties? Royalty is a periodical payment made by the lessees to the lessor or using the special rights on the basic of output or sales. What are the types of royalty? First one, mining royalty, patent royalty, copyright royalty. ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ಗೆ ಏನೇನು ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಐತಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಪೀಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ನ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರೇಷನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಮೆಮೊರಾಂಡಮ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಡೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಕ್ವಶನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಮೀನ್ ಬೈ ರಾಯಲ್ಟಿ. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ಯಾವ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸನ್ನು ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾ ಹೋಗ್ರಿ. ನೋಡಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, what journal entry do you pass in case of short working remain unrecovered? Profit and loss account debited to what? Short working account. Now next, state the Garner versus Murray rules. The capital deficiency of an insolvent partner is to be shared by the solvent partners in their capital sharing ರೇಷಿಯೋ. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ರೂಲ್, ಏನಾದರೂ ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಇತ್ತಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ಸ್ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗೈತಿ. ನಾವು ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪೇಪರ್. ವೈ ದ realization account is prepared? See, short and simple, realization account is prepared to find out the realization profit or loss. Now what do you mean by piecemeal distribution of cash? Piecemeal distribution of cash means the gradual realization of assets one by one or a part by part, as and when the cash received it is distributed among the various creditors, and then the partner is some particular order without waiting for the realization of all the assets and liabilities. Now what do you mean by the purchase consideration? It is the price payable by the purchasing company to the firm for taking over the assets and liabilities of the company, taking over all the assets and liabilities of the company or any of them. Now the next one, state any two objectives of conversion of a firm into a limited company. Both the aspects of each and every transactions are recorded in the books of account. Under this system, the personal accounts of debtors and creditors, cash or bank account are commonly maintained. Now the Next one, what is single entry system of bookkeeping? Under this method, under this system, the transactions are recorded as per the needs of the business concern. There is no informality is maintenance of the accounting records are different concern. How do you calculate the credit sale? Credit sale is equal to total sales minus cash sales is equal to what? Credit sale. Next, what is joint venture? It means the particular form of a business undertaken by two or more persons contributing the required amount to share the profits arising from such a business. The agreed ratio in the absence of the agreement equally amongst them. Why the memorandum joint account is prepared? It is prepared by the joint venture combining of all the transaction to find out the results of the joint venture. Now, what is royalty? State the different types of royalty. First one is the mining royalty and then copyright royalty. Already we will discuss about the meaning of royalty in the last video or last question paper. Pass the journal entries in case of a irrecoverable. Short working account debited to profit and loss account debited to short working account. I hope you will understood the 2 marks questions. Next class we will discuss about the next chapter, next question paper, that is 2017 question paper. Thank you. Have a nice day.